What if everything we know about our own origins is wrong? For centuries, ancient Sumerian tablets, some of the oldest writings in existence, have kept their secrets locked away in cuneiform script. But recently, an advanced AI system was tasked with deciphering newly discovered fragments. And what it found has sent shockwaves through the scientific community. The translations hint at a terrifying truth about the human race that we were never meant to know. Let's rewind for a moment. Who were the Sumerians? Living over 6,000 years ago in Mesopotamia, they were the world's first true civilization. They gave us writing, the wheel, law, cities, and even complex astronomy. Their records are our earliest window into human history. But what if those records contain more than just history? What if they hold the key to our very creation? This is where the AI's translation gets strange. Traditional scholars have long interpreted Sumerian myths as just that, myths. Stories of gods and goddesses, creation epics, and great floods. But the AI, capable of detecting linguistic patterns and nuances that human experts might miss, began piecing together a different narrative. It found consistent references to multiple races of beings, some described as celestial, others as engineered. The texts repeatedly mention humanity being created to serve powerful gods, known as the Anunnaki. But were these gods really divine, or were they something else entirely? This raises a fascinating question. Can we trust an AI to interpret ancient spirituality? Human translators bring cultural context and intuition, but they also bring bias. An AI, on the other hand, is purely logical. It connects dots without preconceived notions. So when the AI flagged passages that seemed to describe genetic manipulation and creation, experiments, experts were forced to look again. Could phrases once translated as divine breath or clay molding to actually be ancient descriptions of a sophisticated biological process? This is what the AI suggests is the terrifying knowledge. The texts describe catastrophic events and the creation of different types of humans, each designed for a specific purpose. It's a narrative that sounds eerily similar to modern genetic engineering. The tablets speak of failed experiments and perfected models, as if our ancestors were recording a scientific logbook. It's not a religious myth. The idea that humanity might have been engineered by a more advanced civilization is a staple of science fiction. But what if the Sumerians were trying to tell us it was science fact? Think about the parallels to our world today. We're mapping the human genome, experimenting with CRISPR gene editing, and developing conscious AI. Are we simply rediscovering knowledge that was known thousands of years ago? Are we repeating a cycle of creation and technological advancement that our distant ancestors witnessed firsthand? The Sumerian texts, through the lens of AI, suggest that we might not be the first civilization on this planet to reach this level of technological prowess. So, we're left with a profound mystery. Were the Sumerians simply gifted storytellers? Their myths a way of explaining a world they couldn't understand? Or were they meticulous historians, recording a past so fantastic that we dismissed it as fantasy? The AI's translation doesn't give us the final answer. Instead, it opens a door to possibilities that are both exciting and deeply unsettling. It forces us to ask whether the AI is uncovering a lost truth about our creators, or if it's simply weaving a new myth for the digital age. But perhaps the most chilling question the texts leave us with is this. If we were created to serve, what happens now that we've started creating intelligences of our own? What if the creators are watching again? Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into the unknown. If you enjoyed this exploration, please hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next video. What do you think the Sumerian texts are really saying? Just let me know in the comments below.